Alright, it's that time of month. February. Dude, I can't every time I do these freaking tier list videos, I just think to myself, where the hell did the month go, right? It's crazy, right? It just feels like I just did one, like literally last week, but it hasn't been a week. It's been more than that. So yeah, today we're doing February tier list for Grand Cross. This is the typical tier list I do every month for the game and how I feel like the units are ranked and how they perform in their respectable manner in the game. Okay, and then for the finale of this, at the end of the video, I'll be adding Freya to this list, so you guys stay tuned and see where I put her. Okay, so obviously starting off the top, we get the best of the best, Melee and Escanor. I mean, you can take these guys on PvP and win. It's pretty much that simple. Then you got the top Gs. Top Gs are like basically a little below best of the best, but they're right there. You got Estarossa, Gothers. I put King up here again because one, I feel like the Relic kind of gave a new life to King, even though it's still very hard for him to compete a little bit on PvP. He's still very viable and he's good for like basically almost every activity on PvE as far as like demonic beast goes and stuff like that. Because he got the Relic. So I feel like he deserves of this spot, at least for this month. Then you have Lilia. If you're a whale, you can just easily just win with Lilia. Margaret is up here because, I mean, she could go sub-meta, to be quite honest with you. But I feel like Margaret is still very good. Her buff is just insane. Merlin in here. The unknown team of Merlin, like the best team I believe is like Merlin, Escanor or something like that, and Melee. Trader Melee's here because Demonic Beasts. I know the other Melee is better than him, but the other Melee can be used in like PvE activities. As much as I like to say, he's literally just PvE based mostly. This Melee can be used on everything, right? That's why he's still a top G. Summer Merlin, I mean, you know how I feel about Summer Merlin. You got Reinhardt up here because I feel like he can still compete. Same with Rimuru, Diane, and Echidna. Now, you might question my choices, Speedy, what the hell, but listen, I feel like these guys are top Gs. They're top to top. They're not bottom, okay? And then you got the sub-meta. The sub-meta is a little weird. Sub-meta means units that you would place on a team for a main spot holder. For example, if I was to be running Echidna, a sub-meta unit for Echidna would be Gowther, right? Gowther, Philo. I would put Phil on the team. Merlin. I would put Merlin on the team, right? It's the sub-meta. Another example of this. Let's say I am running, for whatever reason, okay, not for whatever reason. Let's say I'm running the Estarossa team. Obviously, we go Estarossa, either Trader Melee. Obviously, you would want to run, Purgatory Meliodas, so that's 2 units. Then you can go Chandler, this Chandler. You can go Zeldris. I mean, you have a bunch of picks, right? You even have this Melee you can put on the Estarossa team. This Zeldris in the back. That's what I mean by sub-meta, right? Like, these units will be sub-meta to the main units of the team. Okay? That's what that means. For Margaret, you would go, Sariel. Tarmiel is here. Or this Tarmiel. Liz. Like, right? You get what I'm saying? Like sub-meta, okay? Then you have your fun units. These units are used in a funly manner. When a YouTuber has no content, they prefer to tend to go to these units to make some kind of PvP video because the game has no content for that week. So you can all agree with me on this. you got the Escanors, man. You got the Estarossas. Obviously, Green Devil Melee's not here because Green Devil Melee just sucks. But yes, this is your sub-meta tier list. I feel like I agree with everything on here as far as fun. Yeah. Gosh, Escanor has fallen so much. He's fallen so. But listen, if it wasn't literally Escanor, I would literally put him in like below this. Okay. Then you have the PvE characters. They're usable characters used in PvE activities. Okay. You have a bunch of units here. Some staples like Jormungandr, Brynhildr. You got the Liz's staples. right? You got Matrona's a staple, Mikael's a staple. You have a bunch of staple units. Freyr's a staple at this point. You got these are a staple, right? A bunch of staple PvE units. This is your PvE tier where you have all these units that are basically staples. What's a recent unit that was added on here? I don't think there was one. I think this Liz. I saw somebody use this Liz, and they're the first person to clear stage 3 of the new Snake boss. So yeah, they use this Liz. They use Liz, Freyr, Diane, Festival Diane, and they use, I think, Trader Melly to beat the first person ever to beat the stage 3. It's crazy. And then this list, I don't think this list has ever been this big for me, to be quite honest with you. This is the, you know what this list is. I have never had a list this big of this here. I mean, so many units have fallen off meta. It's either they need a Holy Relic, or I don't know, like they just need help. Like, I believe 90 to 85% of these units on this list don't have a relic. And they need a relic to maybe revive them and be relevant again. Because, I mean, they're just not good. Like, Mikasa's not good. Mike's not good. You got Camilla's not good. Where the hell is the other unit for Camilla? Gallons, they're just not good. Aaron, please, AOT rerun, baby. Hausers have a relic, but they're just bad. Jericho's need a relic. They're just bad. Very low CC, not even worth using, to be honest. The Fat King sucked. I put this king here. He could go up in a tier, but like, why would you ever use this king for anything? He kind of sucks. I mean, his relic doesn't really help him out that much. And yeah, I mean, you would never pretty much use them. The Mellies are here. Deanne's absolutely dog shit relic. I mean, the worst relic I've ever seen ever be made for a unit. I guess I'm gonna move up my boy Droll, because I feel bad for having Droll up here because he used to be my favorite unit back in the day. So I'm gonna move him up. These units are here because anybody has yet to get their relics. So whenever we do get the relics, there will be testing for these units. So in due time. And then obviously the Rat Liz is here because, well, you already know how we feel about that character. So yeah, I think my list is pretty fair and pretty reasonable. Now let's put Freya. Where would I put Freya on this team? Let's talk about Freya for a second. Freya is a Ragnarok support unit. So if I were to put her anywhere on this tier list, I would put her in sub-meta. There we go. I don't think she's anything about... She could even go fun, but I'm going to put her in sub-meta because I'm being generous and kind, and I got to respect the assets she provides to us players. So just for that, she will be going in the sub-meta tier list. So yeah, okay. Well, that's the list for February. Hope you guys enjoyed. A little fun video I made. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next tier list video in a month. So hopefully we get some more new units that are fun and good. Please.